On today's expose, we are featuring who else? Oh, Iceman for cold comforts. Isn't that cool? His name is Robert Louis Bobby Drake. Or just Bobby Drake, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
He's got powers of ice and cold and mist and anything that's cold and frozen. That's him. I want to see him and Elsa in a duel.
Ooh, I think Iceman would win.
I think so too. He's got more combat experience.
Not only that, but we've seen he's been shattered completely, and he was able to pull himself back together because he's actually made of ice. Elsa just controls ice.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I'm like my body into these icicles. He was created by Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, the original duo. And premiered in X-Men #1 in July 1963 because he is one of the original X-Men. He's kind of a wild child, he's a class clown kind of guy, so he's fun.
Yeah, and it's funny, I've talked about this before, but if you go back all the way to X-Men #1, his name was actually Bobby Blake.
Oh.
Probably to go along with Scott Summers, Warren Worthington, Bobby Blake. But I don't know why they changed it. It just was different later to Drake, which I actually like better. I think Bobby Blake's a little cheesy.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I've talked about this many a time. He's my favorite. I've loved him ever since I was young, even though people would make fun of him. I honestly think, Kevin, the reason I like him so much is because I'm a little queer boy. And I remember seeing him in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I was like, he's sexy.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I really think that's why. And I like playing him because he was a fun character to play in that.
See?
Yeah, and then over the years, they turned him into an Omega level mutant. And then they've turned him queer. So now I feel like people don't make fun of him as much because they've kind of made him cool. Should I tell my birthday story real quick? Okay, I will. Thank you for inviting me too. So, the comic where they actually outed him as queer came out on my birthday.
Oh, that Jean's a conversation.
Yeah, and people hate on Jean for that. I don't think it was that bad because she did read his mind, which was invasive, but she also pulled him aside to be like, what are you doing? You're gay. Why do you always talk about girls? So she didn't do it in front of people.
Yeah. X reads, plug, but they had a really good episode about that issue, which really profound conversations and bisexual stuff. So I was like, I felt seen. So yeah, check that out if you ever get a chance.
Cool. I will. I love that.
Yeah.
I go where I want to go. Jean.
Scott.
Jean?
Scott! I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants!
I summon the Arctic winds!
No more mutants! There's always more gators in the bayou.
Don't get a
Welcome to Solving for X. This is the episode we've been waiting for, the one where I had to go back and forth. Since I can't talk about Iceman in my expose, do I give Kevin Havoc and still Iceman for later? But no, I allowed such a thing to happen. All right, so let's look at our previously on, Kevin. Our question was, which episode do you like better, Mojo Vision or Long Shot? And the reason we were asking is back in the day when Mojo Vision aired, it was very people loved it or hated it, kind of like the Ewoks. I want to know how, our listeners felt about it. What do you think was the outcome, unless you already looked?
I mean, when I voted, Mojo Vision was winning by a lot, so I'm assuming that stayed true.
85% to 15%.
Yeah.
People Mojo Vision better.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's funny because, like, I always wonder if I were older when I saw Mojo Vision or, like, Return of the Jedi, if I would be grumpy like people of that generation, or if I'd be like, no, this is cool, I like it.
Right. Oh,
We will never know.
the world may never know.
All right, let's get into Cold Comfort. It aired February 4th, 1995, written by Len Yulee, directed by Larry Houston.
Aha.
Aha!
As me? Do I start?
You start. Yeah.
Okay. Scene 1. At Kirby Glen Storage Center, two dumb-sounding guards argue over the temperature and humidity. Meanwhile, outside, someone with ice powers be icing their way through security. Inside the guard room, the temperature suddenly drops exponentially. And the guy's like, I'm so cold. I was complaining about how hot it was. Now I'm freezing. The wall freezes and shatters, and Iceman stands before us in all his ice glory. He is shiny, he is shimmering, he is glistening, a sparkle.
I'm surprised you didn't say shiny, shimmering, splendid.
I was tempted, but I did that in another episode, so I didn't want to copy.
Okay.
The guard presses the alarm just before being iced up.
Wow. What an introduction we have here. I remember when I first saw this episode, I went crazy because I was like, oh my glove, it's Iceman. Back at the manor, Professor X and Jubilee are fixing things around the house. Jubilee volunteers to fly a jet to get replacement parts. Xavier tells her that's a bad idea because she's just a fat, sweaty child. Jubilee answers back that she wouldn't seem like a child if they didn't treat her like one. Just then, the Cerebro detects violent mutant activity. Cerebro narrows down the attack at a federal storage facility. It identifies the attacker as Bobby, someone the professor seems familiar with.
That reminds me of Charmed, actually. When Paige at work, he's like, you're not a social worker. He's like, that's because your cheap ass won't make me one.
That's weird that we'd have a Charmed reference on our show, Kevin.
I know. But I thought about it.
Yeah.
She didn't say that exactly, but
just the fact that you remember like that much, I'm still impressed.
She just said you're so cheap to make me one, but I wanted to make it, paraphrase better.
Okay. So I was wondering, because it's funny because we established last week that Longshot was in season 5, but this was the correct order that it was supposed to be in, but yet we're getting kind of the same theme. Jubilee's not being taken seriously. She's like a child. Like, should this have been back to back with Longshot?
Right, maybe. I mean, because they're like the same thing both episodes. You mean?
Yeah.
I mean maybe
yeah,
just
even there's even more parallels as we go, I feel too.
Right. And maybe just because things haven't changed, so it's still in that time period. So I guess it makes sense. It's like in Charmed, when Leo and Piper were fighting, and then the next episode, Leo and Piper were still fighting. It's just, it's still part of their idea, part of their arc right now.
It's true. Very true.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, is this where we get like those pixel transitions? I thought that was kind of a 90s moment, those transitions. Where it's like, like the screensaver.
You've got mail.
90s moments. Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's like somebody was using PowerPoint.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So scene 3. Wolverine is woken up by his alarm clock at 12:07 and he slashes it to death. I'm like, oh, well, how are you going to get up tomorrow now?
Yeah. I hate it when I do that.
Xavier mentally orders everyone to get to the Blackbird. The X-Men pile into the jet. Except Jubilee. The professor orders her to babysit the infirmary. Jubilee whines about it.
So to add to our 90s moment, I put the alarm clock because I feel like people just use their cell phones now.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
I had
I
so
also
many
thought it
alarm
was-
clocks.
Did you? I remember
I had so
having
many.
one, and they made like newer ones where you could like have it play music. Like that was everything. You could
Yeah,
put in
well-
a CD and it would play
Yeah,
the song
I
off the
remember
CD.
But before it was just the radio. You could just have the radio
Mhm.
on. Or you can get those old
Exactly.
school ones where it's just the bells on top. I had those too.
Stop it.
I know. I was such an old person. I think I got those from my grandma though.
I did think it was funny. Like he set his alarm for 12:07. Like that's such a
Right.
random time.
What does that mean? Why?
Yeah,
Maybe that's
and then he
maybe it was
tells,
his snooze. Maybe it was
Yeah,
already his
maybe.
snooze.
but then he tells the professor about getting a full night's sleep. Like he gets grumpy when he doesn't get a full night's sleep. I'm like, but you set your alarm for 12:07.
Like it's past noon. Time to get up, dude.
No, that wasn't noon. That was midnight.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's still a weird time to get up. Why you should be going to bed at that time.
Yeah, because when they fly in the Blackbird in the next scene, it's like
night.
starry night.
Yeah, you're right.
I know. Get used to saying that. All right. On the Blackbird, Cyclops tries to convince Xavier that Iceman is trouble and ain't worth saving. The professor reminds Scott that Iceman is and always will be an X-Men and they help their own. Wolverine asks what they're up against and the professor gives a confuzzled answer. Beast explains to Wolvie that Bobby was an X-Man until he suddenly left. The X-Men argue over Bobby as the Blackbird lands.
I have my note in here. Oh my god, chill Cyclops. Like, I was mad at him in this scene.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is jerky. I don't like you in this scene.
I actually have a note here to ask you, what do you think of Cyclops in this moment? So we're of one mind, Kevin.
Yeah. You know, I love him, but not right now. Like, you need to relax
And, like,
a little bit.
He seems not very adult-like in this episode. He's just
Yeah.
so, like, angry and whiny about Bobby. He's, like,
I'm
jealous.
like, yeah, just shut up.
I'm glad we could agree. I love when the professor's talking about Iceman, like Wolverine's like, oh, we'll take him out. And then the professor's like, no, don't hurt him. And then Wolverine's like, good, now that we got that cleared up.
Right.
Oh, Wolverine. He has such good lines in this episode.
He does. The X-Men exit the Blackbird and fan out to look for Iceman. Beast is the first to find him. Iceman makes it clear he doesn't want help and attacks Beast. Then he is attacked by Wolverine. Iceman easily dispatches him. Cyclops blasts Iceman. Oh, and there's a weird scene where Wolverine is still on screen when he shouldn't be. Cyclops frees Wolverine. Enter Beast being chased by feds. The professor makes a giant monster to mentally ward off the feds. This looked like the Brood to me. Was this the Brood? It was like a Brood and then a gargoyle, but maybe they're the same. Psych picks up Bobby, and they move out.
Oh my god, Kevin, we have a cameo. The Brood.
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo.
There are so many cameos in this episode. I was like, I know that person, I know that person, I know that person. So I'll be excited. There's only one person I didn't recognize, and only one person I didn't know. But they kind of looked
Okay,
familiar. I
I
just didn't know
think-
who they were.
Was he wearing a green suit?
It's the one that had that little white tuft of hair. That fat guy.
Oh, okay.
That's the only one I didn't really
Okay.
know.
We'll get there. I got you, girl.
Okay.
So, so that was the Brood, which was interesting because I guess they did encounter the Brood during the Phoenix Saga, so that's probably where he got that image from.
And they were in the Mojo Vision episode.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. See, I got memories.
And then, yeah. And then once again, Wolverine has a great line. He tells Iceman, I'll make cocktail ice for 100 out of you. Wolverine's on it this episode.
He really is. And Bobby has some weird things that he says. Like, I don't know what he's saying.
Yeah. I'll reveal my thoughts on Bobby a little bit later,
Okay.
but he says some fun things sometimes.
He does.
Back at the manor, the professor scolds Bobby in front of the X-Men. Bobby refuses to explain why he was attacking the facility. Cyclops gets in Bobby's face. Again, your man's getting in my man's face, Kevin.
I know.
Professor X breaks up the fight and demands that Bobby doesn't go back to the facility. Professor X traps Bobby in an anti-grav device that Beast modified from the ship from out of the past.
Oh,
yeah. Do you
okay.
like that? Even when there's not continuity, there's continuity.
See, it's there. I think when
Jubilee
they were fighting
looks-
this. Oh, go ahead, finish.
Jubilee looks on in horror at Bobby's treatment.
She's like, "Oh no, he's so cute."
No. I just want to suck his popsicle.
In the street before the scene, I heard the "Sorry, pal," the Canadian thing. Sorry. And I think in this scene, this is the scene where Bobby calls Cyclops an apple polisher. I did not get that. Like, what is that? What's an apple polisher?
I think it's supposed to be like a brown noser. Like he's always like bringing an apple for teacher.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm like, I never heard this before.
I've never heard that.
Yeah. All right. Jubilee secretly sits surreptitiously at a computer searching for info on Iceman. Oh, look at the alliteration there. It shows her video of the original X-Men in their original uniform. I love it. It's like, Bobby Drake's like, shut up, computer. It's like, quiet. Kevin doesn't notice much here because he's staring at Cyclops' bulge. Oh. In their old classic outfits. And I remember
they
looking at
drew it a little more pronounced than I thought.
And I remember Jubilee sitting in the back. She was like doing the Britney Spears thing where she's like she's like, you know, bopping her head back and forth in her videos. Gene. Okay. Jubilee marvels at how cute Iceman is. Shawn gets mad. Why? Oh, because he's my man. Okay.
He's my man.
Enter Wolverine. He warns Jubilee to stay away from Iceman. He is trouble, just what a teenager wants to hear. And he says something here like, a pretty package has like dangerous, like what's inside. Like, oh my god. All right.
Oh. Did you notice any continuity issues with the scene? Because I did.
I did not. Tell me.
Okay. Wait, what do you say on Words of the Witches? It's early. Canonical.
Yes.
It shows in the flashbacks, it shows Iceman fighting Magneto.
Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so I mean, you could argue that maybe Iceman fought Magneto without the other X-Men, so that's why they didn't know who he was and enter Magneto. But it's still like, I feel like Bobby's the type that would go back and be like, dude, I iced up this magnet.
Right?
And then furthering the same plot from Longshot, we see Jubilee is like crushing on Bobby, and when nobody wants to help him, she's going to help him.
Yeah, I will set you free.
In the other room, Bobby tries in vain to ice his way out of the trap. Beast enters with food for the flesh and for the spirit, but Bobby ain't hungry. Jubilee listens in as Beast asks about the attack. When Beast brings up Lorna, Bobby be mad. Beast convinces Bobby to tell his story.
Yes, story. What's your story? All right. Iceman tells Beast that he never felt like he did enough to please Xavier. We see Lorna. Polaris! Yes, in the battle alongside the X-Men. She gets... Oh, and look, Magneto's daughter, but maybe she's not Magneto's daughter in this. I don't know. But anyway, she gets hurt. And Bobby saves her. Bobby gets mad and she got hurt. And the two left together. They even had a roller skate date. Meet cute. But everything turned to shit when the mutant crisis began. Lorna wanted to go back to the X-Men, but Bobby didn't. One day, he came to visit, but she was gone. Her place was destroyed. There was a note that said, Kirby Glen, which is why he's attacking it. Oh, as Beast leaves, Jubilee frees Iceman. Beast returns with a book to find Iceman gone.
Oh, there's a lot to pick apart here.
Okay, yeah.
So we have 2 cameos.
Come out, wherever you are.
Don't worry about us, Dingo. We'll make sure we can.
Cameo.
We have, you mentioned Polaris, and she's wearing her, like, I love that outfit. That was the one that she was introduced in.
Yeah.
And then we have the Super Adaptoid, which we actually saw in Mojo Vision as well. He's like the big green looking guy.
Okay, I didn't see him.
Okay. And we have a 90s moment because they went on a roller skate date.
I love roller skates. Every year we had a field trip to Butler Skate Land, and it was the end of the school year, and we just would skate and skates. It was the place
You know
to be.
what? I went to, this was back in the days with Rob and Brunch with the Hollowells, but Rob took me to a skating rink on like gay night. It was so much fun. We just skated. I was so sweaty. I wish I wore better clothes because I was not prepared for how sweaty I was going to get. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
I also was like, what is this brown suit Bobby's wearing? I don't think I've ever seen him in a suit before.
Yeah. And why brown? Ew.
Yeah, that's my least favorite color because it's the color of duty.
Yeah, I remember you said that before. I've heard many of your podcasts, so I'm like, I know you.
Oh, you know everything about me. So I thought it was funny. It would be funny to say, like, what do you think is the title of the book that Beast would have brought to Iceman?
You'll never go home again?
So you lost your girlfriend to the government?
Yeah. As it's
All
who?
right.
You.
It's me. Back at Kirby Glen, Jubilee and Iceman get ready to attack once again. Iceman freezes the gate and shatters it, which is pretty cool. I like that they did that.
Yeah.
The two are immediately attacked by security and easily dispatched.
Oh.
Forge and a shadowy figure who looks like they can cause a lot of havoc appear and take them away.
I was like, oh,
Yeah.
brothers.
Well, now our first-time listeners know that.
Oh, sorry. Well, their powers don't affect each other, so
I know.
What's that mean,
actually-
peoples?
I actually just referenced that in my. I'm writing my second book, the second in the trilogy, and I mentioned like, oh, their powers didn't work on you, like Cyclops and Havoc. See. So this is our first time seeing Forge in the present. So how did you feel about
that's
that?
true. I didn't even think about that. I'm just like, Forge! But yeah, he's
Yeah.
like, I am Forge. I am not from the future with Bishop, but I am really here. Yeah, I guess that is
I
kind of
know.
cool.
And this is kind of like an example of them not writing down to kids because they never really explain that. Like,
Yeah.
even though you've known the X-Men in past episodes, it was the future, not the present.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See? Back in the Blackbird, Cyclops continues to whine uncontrollably. The X-Men think Bobby kidnapped Jubilee. Oh,
Oh, Wolvie.
Wolvie, Wolfsbane, Ronnie Sinclair is smart though. Oh, but you mean Wolverine. Sorry, never mind. I got excited by Wolfsbane coming in. Okay, but Wolverine is smart though. He knows Jube's probably went of her own free will. The X-Men leave the jet and find the melty hole in the gate. Oh. A camera tracks the X-Men entering the facility. Forge tells the guards to leave them for us.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I spoiled
So,
the cameo.
yeah. So what are your thoughts so far on the episode?
I mean, things be happening. I like the dynamic of all these people coming in and who's fighting who was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jubilee and Bobby find themselves tied up in the facilita. Jubilee has cuffs on, but Bobby ices up and escapes. They're about to get away when the X team breaks open the door. We get a touching scene where the professor finally admits he makes mistakes. I had a little burpee in there.
Oh.
Just then, the team is attacked by X-Factor!
So I'm trying to think. I knew Havoc, I know Wolfsbane, I know Quicksilver, I knew Multiple Man, and Polaris, obviously. The one I didn't know was that white-haired dude.
That's Strong Guy.
Strong guy. Yeah, I don't know him.
So, this team of X-Factor, I should say, because we've established the original X-Factor was the original 5 X-Men, like, brought back. And then when they wanted to put them back on, like, the X-Men, do you remember the blue and gold team?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Mutant X one? Or what?
Yes.
Or what,
in the 1991, they established the blue and gold team. So Cyclops led one team, and I believe Storm led the other.
Okay.
But so since they split up that X Factor team, they made a new X Factor team, which came out in October of 91 in X Factor 71. And it was this team, which you just named. And what's interesting here, what I'm really excited to see in X-Men 97 is this X Factor team was led by Val Cooper, who we saw is going to be a character in X-Men 97. Mm-hmm. And Val was kind of seen, much like a lot of us see the government, she was on the side of the U.S. So whether it benefited X Factor or not, she would order them to do certain things, which caused a little bit of a kerfuffle between them.
Isn't she in the Marvel Universe now? Like the live action Marvel Universe? Or
Is
no,
she?
it's just something else. I don't know. Who's Julia Dreyfus? What's her character?
Oh, that's Contessa De Fontaine.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah,
they sound very similar. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Since you mentioned that, I don't love her yet in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah,
there's something about her character that just is off to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess I'll talk about it more at the end. But all of these characters, like part of the reason for X Factor is they pulled characters from the X-Men mythos that weren't being used so much. So like Havoc and Polaris were actually part of the original team. The original 5 eventually took on Havoc and Polaris. And Polaris did show up as she was the daughter of Magneto. She has a really confusing background.
And Quicksilver was in here too, so it's like,
Mm-hmm. So she was the daughter of Magneto, and then they found out it wasn't, that Magneto had like tricked her and like did stuff to her memories.
Wow.
Her original parents died in a plane crash. If that sounds familiar at all.
Yeah,
but then it turned out that Magneto was like a robot. So like years and years later in the 2000s, they revealed that Magneto is actually her dad. And then Polaris like went a little crazy for a little bit from that news. She's had a very weird story, Kevin.
Jeez Louise, that's a roller coaster.
Yeah. So now in continuity, she is the daughter. Yeah.
Okay.
They had Multiple Man was actually working with Moira at the Muir Island facility. Oh. And they actually asked him to join the X-Men earlier, like in the 80s, and he said no. Wolfsbane was on the New Mutants. Quicksilver was with the villain of the X-Men, and then he joined Avengers, and then he wasn't really being used so much by Avengers, so they brought him into the comic. And then a Strong Guy, the one you didn't recognize, he had a really like small bit. He was there's a character in X-Men named Lila Cheney. She's basically like Dazzler because she's a intergalactic pop star. But she has the power to like open portals and basically like, teleport anywhere.
Okay.
And he was her bodyguard.
Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. So in the 90s, I was strangely really into X Factor. I just had a lot of X Factor comics for some reason. So that's why I was so drawn to Havoc, because that's who I knew.
Yeah, see?
Mm-hmm. So there's your history on where these people come from.
That's beautiful.
You're beautiful.
You're beautiful. Jubilee stuns Quicksilver with a pew pew. Iceman makes Strong Guy slip on ice. Ha ha! Havoc and Iceman can't hurt each other, and Wolfsbane turns into the wolf form and attacks Beast. Multiple Man dares Wolverine to hit him in multiples.
And multiplies. Sorry, I forgot an I.
And multiplies. Well, I mean, hit me multiple times because there's multiple me's.
Yeah, so they don't really explain their powers too much. But yeah, Multiple Man, the joke with him, and he's kind of a weird one because he was a baby, and when the doctor slapped him, he multiplied. So his mutant power came about right away.
Yeah, right? That's unusual. Yeah.
Yeah. And Havoc can take an energy and shoot it back out. Very similar to Cyclops, only his is in ringlets or ringlings, if you will.
Ringlings.
Ringlings.
And he shoots through his hands and his body, not his eyeballs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Quicksilver runs really fast. We've seen him. Strong Guy is very strong, and there's something with him, when his mutant power came about, he beefed up really big. He's kind of tragic in a way. He if I remember right, I think he accidentally killed some people when his power manifested.
Oh no.
Yeah. Polaris is just like Magneto. She can control magnetism. Wolfsbane is pretty much a werewolf that can change at will. Is that everybody? That's everybody.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. From the Blackbird, Xavier suddenly feels like an adult and intervenes in the fight. He tells the X-Men to trade fighting partners because the X-Factor knows a lot about one person each. The X-Men easily dispatch X-Force. Iceman demands that Strong Guy tell him where Lorna is. Enter Forge and Lorna. Lorna seems more worried about Havoc than Bobby and bounces. Boom.
Boom, boom, boom.
Did you
X-Factor,
recognize X-Factor?
Okay.
Did I say something different?
You said X-Force.
Did you recognize Lorna's voice?
I did not.
I didn't either. I wouldn't have. Yeah. I wouldn't have called it if I didn't come across it. It's Terry Hawks, Kevin.
Oh, so tell me who she voices.
So I gave you a hint in the beginning, but she does multiple Care Bear voices, including Shrieky. But her biggest claim to fame is Sailor Moon.
Is it that character or somebody else?
No, she's the voice of Sailor Moon herself.
Oh, okay.
Because in the beginning, I showed Kevin I'm drinking a can of Sailor Chibi-Usa soda.
Yeah, Chibi-Usa.
So yeah, Polaris is Sailor Moon, and you cannot tell. That's the sign of a good voice actor.
See? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 15. Forge explains that the government formed their group in secret. Xavier asks why X-Factor attacked them. Forge reminds him that the X-Men infiltrated their camp. Polaris reveals to Iceman that she faked her kidnapping to continue the mutant fight without having to deal with Bobby. She reveals she fell in love with Havoc. Not you. Iceman walks off. So sad.
I know. So what I really like about this little part is it's not random. It's very much adapted from the X-Men comics because Bobby did try to date Lorna, but she kind of fell in love with Havoc, and the two of them left the X-Men together to be on their own, but then they were attacked and they got drawn back into things. So I like that. At least it's an original story, but you can tell where they picked and pulled pieces from, which is what the show's good at doing.
Yeah.
One thing they mentioned too, when Bobby was outed, they were like, this is kind of why you have issues with women, because you don't really want to be with them.
Yeah,
because he also tried to date Shadowcat, and he had similar issues with her. So I like the way they did that.
Right. You had really bad success with these girls. I wonder why.
Yeah, because your heart's not in it.
Yeah.
Back at the manor, Jubilee and the professor tried to convince Bobby to rejoin the X-Men. Cyclops just stands there moodily. Bobby says he just wants to live and gets the fuck out of there.
I do have one thing
I
to
just
say.
want to live.
Live. Bobby's skin in this episode seemed dark.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
Like he was really tan. And when I first entered, I was like, "Is Bobby Knight white? Is he like Indian?" Because I was like, I was very confused for a minute. I'm like, "Oh, interesting," but I think he was just really tan.
Maybe he's olive, like Nina.
Maybe, yeah.
Charmed reference. Oh. So, how did you feel about the episode?
I liked it. It was good to see some Iceman action since we don't get any other time. Sad. So, yeah, and I liked the way that things played out. Like everybody's dynamic and the ensemble of characters was really cool to see because a lot of them we never saw before. I was very excited by that. Yeah, and I liked Jubilee in this too because she's like,
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yeah,
and she screamed really weirdly, and when she was spinning into the air, she's like, I can't do it, but she was screaming very oddly.
I know it sounded oddly like the scream that one of the Four Horsemen made when they were being attacked. Yeah, it didn't sound like Jubilee.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
so
I agree, man.
I like this episode. My only issue is maybe because I love him so much, I don't love Iceman in this episode. Oh. I think he's a little too like Archangel in a way.
Yeah.
He's just so angry most of it. And, yeah. And Iceman is known to be very like silly. So like as much as I'm excited, I'm excited we at least got Iceman, but I think he could have been better. But I still extreme it because like Iceman and X-Factor in an episode, that's amazing.
That's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I liked Iceman better in here than I liked him in X-Men #1 when he made an ice rose for Rogue. I was like,
gag.
Gag. Who would you say is the MXP?
Oh, I mean, I think people want me to say Iceman because it's his episode, but part of me wants to say Beast, just because he's always so like willing to listen to every side and like take in the situation, and he's just so calm, and it's just so like I feel safe and supported by him all the time. So yeah, I'm gonna say Beast actually.
I like that.
Yeah.
Mine's going to be a little bit random, but I'm going to say Forge because he's such a badass in the way, like, he's like, no, let them come. And then, like, they fight, and he's like, yeah, I just want to practice for my team. Plus, you guys attacked us, so get out. He just controls everything so well.
Yeah, he's like, to be fair, we didn't tell you anything about, this was our thing, so, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What would you say is the X Factor?
Well, I'm going to say X Factor. That's the little name. The cameos, like X Factor is the X Factor. It just makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going to say that too. Like, it's just such a treat to get to see them and see them like in action. And I think they did well with their characters, even though like a few of them, like Strong Guy, I don't even remember him talking. Like Quicksilver may have a line, but it's still fun to see them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also hope that the fact that Val Cooper is in X-Men 97, either she represents X Factor, or I wonder if she's going to be a liaison between X-Men and the government. But I'm excited to see where that goes.
Yeah. Ooh, exciting.
So for the previously on this week, I want to know, listeners, sexy Xies, who's your favorite X Factor member? Who would you say, Kevin?
I'm probably going to say Havoc because he's a Summers.
I knew it!
Yeah, I like him.
Well, my perfect sky is torn because I'm very torn between two. I think I'm going to go with Havoc's my second. My #1 is Multiple Man.
Oh.
Especially
Cool.
Peter David, who wrote the 90s X Factor, wrote a 2000 X Factor where they have X Factor investigations led by Multiple Man. And Jamie, his name is Jamie, he's drawn so sexy and he's so funny. And I'm like, I just want you to have an orgy with just you and me. And all your multiples.
You and me.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like him. The only thing about Havoc is he gets a little whiny sometimes.
Yeah, I think that's a trend lately.
Yeah. So I have some sad yet exciting yet sad news for our sexy Xies. So next week is Thanksgiving. Kevin and I would like to enjoy our holidays. So we're going to actually take 2 weeks off just to kind of rest and enjoy the holiday. And then we'll be back with you.
Yeah.
So you can look for us on December 9th. We'll be back for Savage Land, Savage Heart Part 1. And then on the 16th, we'll be back for Savage Land, Savage Heart Part 2. And then we'll take a quick 2-week break to get through Christmas. And then starting January 6th, we will start Kevin, Dark Phoenix Saga!
Oh, Dark Phoenix! Yes, okay.
And I'm looking forward to it. Everything works out fine. We should have a very much Storm stan with us during Savage Land, Savage Heart.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. It's about time. Storm hasn't been in this like the last few episodes.
Right. She's been
And
gone
Rogue.
for a while. I know. Crazy.
I just can't sleep.
I love that.
Where can people find a girl?
Yeah. You can find my other podcast, Words of the Witches, where we're covering the charmed comic books, Shawn and I. Yes. We're just about to do Morality Bites Back. Very exciting. Oh, it's so exciting. And then you can find my personal one, KGZ87, on Instagram.
Yay! And on Instagram, you can find me at Shawn.Porrett. Porrett is Porrett. That will lead you to my other podcast, Once Upon a Cult, and also to Marvelous Galaxy of Disney, or my book, Witch's Brew, on Amazon.
Yay!
Yay! Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in
Sometime.
2 weeks.
Yeah!
We'll see you when we see you.
Bye!
Bye!